Hope all of you guys are doing well. This week is time crunch week for me. So look what you see behind me. I think you'll start noticing some changes on this big guy. You guys all know that this is an Overland budget Raptor build. The concept behind it is budget, but here it is. So just a quick recap. We went from the $100,000 Gladiator to this Raptor. We got this Raptor for $32,000, and I'll do a price breakdown on everything we did and how you can see how we've spent and saved money. One of the biggest things is a set of bead locks for this truck right here is probably going to set you back around $2,000, about $2,500 if you get all five. I specifically picked this truck because it came with the factory Ford bead lock ready rims, which means to add these, which was a project itself because they no longer make the 2012 bead lock ring kits, was a big deal. So I went on a limb and bought the 2022 ring lock kit from Ford, and it ended up working. So we converted all of them to bead locks for $1,000. So again, $2,500, we spent $1,000. That's a savings of $1,500 right there. These wheels, the actual tires are Ironman All Country MT Load Range F tires, heavy duty tire. It was definitely on the low end of the budget, and all in all, for all five delivered, I think we paid $1,300. Dude, that crushes all my other purchases, anywhere from $4,000 to $2,500 to $3,000, and that was five of them. So, just a quick rundown. You'll see the videos that I've done so far, and one of them is getting the HIDs state and legal ready. They're done. They're now LEDs. We pulled both front and rear bumper, rebuilt them the way we build them here in this shop. Made them safer, made them stronger, added some recovery points to the front bumper, added a winch to the front bumper. It was a tube style Baja bumper. We made it in a more rigid Overland style bumper and added a winch. And you guys will get to see all this on the walk around. But the reason why I'm in a time crunch is because I know you guys want to see us get out. But I've needed to build this, and I've had some really pressing stuff at work to get done. So that's what I've been crushing on. Plus I've been working 7 days a week for the last 3 weeks, and I'll work 7 days a week for the next 2 weeks. And that's because I work every night after work on this thing, which I probably don't get to start on it until 7, so I work on it from 7 till around 9:30. And then on weekends, I work on it all day, both days. Even now, during the holidays, I worked on it, and luckily I had a friend come by the shop, help me yesterday, a good friend of mine, Richard Lamas, helped me do a lot of work because I'm trying to build a trail rig in 3 weeks, where before it had a camper top and had a lot of maintenance mechanical issues that needed to be corrected. So I corrected all those, and now we're doing this. Reason being, we have a huge trip. June 11th, I leave on a 9-day trip, and it may be a little longer, depends on what goes on. But we're leaving here in North Texas, and we're going to go through Colorado, Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. And we're going to do the majority of it on backcountry roads, whether it's the BDR, whether it's state connecting backcountry trail, whatever it is, we're going to do it in that fashion. So there's going to be a lot of outdoor content coming, guys. I know it's not the Jeep, I know it's not the Calm, but I promise you're still going to appreciate it, because we're still going to do it the right way, and I'm still going to take you to the backcountry, and I'm still going to show you the way to do it. I guess the less social way. I don't want to go to those places. I want to go to the places that are hard to get to, and that people with stuff like this are the only ones that frequent them, right? Like, that's where we want to go, because those are the views that you really want to see. So this week was basically just kind of touching on all these things. I've got lots of videos in the works that I've been shooting and videoing. I just released the rear bumper video. I've got an extensive front bumper video. That's going to be a little longer. So it's gonna take a little bit more time to edit. So I wanted to have something for you guys this coming week so you would know where we're at and what we're doing, and that we're not pausing. We're actually in overdrive doing things. So look for the front bumper video to be coming. We did a quick muffler swap video. That's coming. What else? I'll have a truck bed build coming. I have a tire swing out build coming. And I'll kind of show you this stuff here real quick. But all that stuff is in the works, but I needed something for you now. I do have a topic that I want to touch and do a video on that won't involve the truck. It won't involve overlanding as far as going physically somewhere. It's going to be about our public lands and the use of the restroom and trash. Trash is somewhat dealable. I don't mind picking it up. Everybody that I go with doesn't mind picking it up. It's not a big deal. Should you do it? No. But I can handle that. What we can't handle is feces, human feces. We can't have that. We can't handle toilet paper and people's number two. So I want to do a video on that because we're past the point of digging holes. The overlanding scene and outdoor life, camping life, has become so mainstream that there's so many people frequenting the same places that it's disgusting in some places how much human waste is out there. So I want to do a video on that. We need to cover that because I want to say it. I'm going to hurt people's feelings. The purists, I'm done with it. It's gross. It's a health hazard. It's bad for the environment. It's terrible for the animals. And let me tell you something. Talking to the rangers that we do all the time, I assure you this, whether it's the state or local people that do it, they do have the authority to shut trails down because of that stuff right there. And they've said, I've heard them from 2 different states, Colorado and New Mexico, tell me the number one reason they shut down trails and don't let people in them, not because of chopping wood or not because of cutting things down, it's because of that. It's because it's such a disgusting thing to come upon at a campsite. But anyway, I'm digressing. We'll go back to this. We're gonna get this ready for the trip. Because remember, we rolled this thing on its maiden voyage to that big trip to Colorado, June 11th. So I had to build the front and back bumpers. I had to build the bead locks. Now I'm building the bed system. I don't know if you can see it in the frame, but there's the camper over there that's going to be my temporary housing for probably the next year. So I've got it sanded and stripped. It's ready for paint. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's just one of those things that, unfortunately, because I still have a really demanding full-time job, I don't have enough time to do a full-time edit on a good enough video so you guys can see all the aspects of what we're doing. So anyway, I'm going to run you around this thing real quick. And then after that, we're going to call it a wrap, publish it so you know what we're doing. And I assure you now that once it's built, hey, this thing's going back to Arkansas this year. It's going back to the Ozarks. We're probably going to do pins down on the coast of Texas. We're obviously doing the 4 states we're doing now. And then we're going to try to reach out for something. And I don't know if that's going to be a Texas Baja Raptor run, if it's going to be that. But I'm going to show you guys some stuff. And I still am going to be making Overland in Colorado. Overland, I guess they call it Overland East technically, but we'll be in Colorado. And I've contemplated hitting the July, I think 10th or 11th Overland Rally in Oregon. Contemplating it. I don't know where we're at. We'll see. But let's take a look. Out of these bead locks, they're a very well built bead lock kit. I would tell you this, that this ring kit and bolt selection is better than anything on the market, and that's all brands. I don't care who you're talking about. Ford SVT Performance did their work on those bead lock rings. They're made out of high quality billet, and on top of that, they've probably got 10 pounds of clear on them, so that destroying them and starting to scuff them and mar them takes some pretty good work. Back here, you'll see this guy. This is the double swing out I built. Now it's upside down right now, but if you can imagine, flip that right side up. On the driver's side, there's a table right there that'll house the two things that I think are most important that need to be on the outside of a vehicle for a lot of reasons. That right there will house my recovery box and my air box. So all the stuff that I need for airing up and airing down, and all the stuff I need for recovery. In an emergency situation, in a situation where you're trying to scramble and tell somebody where to go get something out of your vehicle, I can just tell them run to my tire swing and it's sitting on top. I will figure out a way to mount some type of fire extinguisher and a med kit to this box. That way it's available. On that side is just a standard swing. It'll house the other spare 37, and it'll also house my Roto Pax. So I'm gonna run two. For now, I'm gonna run the Roto Pax that came off my JL that are on the tire mount. So that's that guy. We got that built and ready. Unfortunately, I've got the tailgate down, but we can rectify that here in 1 second. But right there, you can see the rear bumper that we got done, built, changed, fixed, sucked up and tucked up. And if you look at the lateral edge going between the base of the tailgate and the top of the bumper, we really drew it in and made it look real good and tight and functional. It also, I upgraded the hitch stands, so it's gonna be really good. I will go over this real quick. So currently, we're working on the bed setup. And the reason why I wanted to show it to you is so you guys kind of understand what's going on. You guys know I'm a huge proponent of not having the fridge on the inside, on having it where you're gonna be using it. So I'm in the process of building the fridge slide in this area. So over there will be a drawer area that goes all the way to the front. The front will be separated, the front of the wheel wells will be a separate box. In the middle, I'm gonna run 300 amp hour AGM batteries. And I also have a Renogy 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter that'll tie to that with a Renogy DC to DC controller and an MPPT plugged into the same unit. So my solar will come into it, and the DC-DC will handle the voltage coming from the main or the main engine battery back to the house batteries. That'll take care of all that. I'll have water in this corner, a sink right above this fender well, and then a fridge here. That way, I'll be able to use the metal top of the fridge as a preparation station if in fact that I have to cook inside. On this side will be my slide. There will be the kitchen stuff, and then from behind that there will be some tools, storage, and stuff like that. The ultimate build is to take out the back seat, so I can do basically a goose gear platform system in there, where my cameras, my drones, my batteries, all of those will be housed. Now, you can basically assume that with the standard camper shell on this, we'll be able to stay out of the rain, out of the snow, because it's still snowing in Colorado as we speak right now. They just got a huge snowstorm, but we're going to be going there and even farther north into Idaho and Wyoming, so there's a good chance that it'll still be cold in some of those areas. So we want to be housed in that. Now, I don't want to show you too much of that because that's for another video, right? Moving forward, so I'll kind of show you what I'm working on with the lights. So this was a big topic right here. And the reason why it was a big topic is because everybody is so willing to pay so much money for lights. And I want a very capable and successful lighting solution, but at the same time, gears, lockers, stuff like that are far more important to me. But as you see it, here it is. So we have two 14-inch light boards on the side that will act as my ditch series lights, plus extra light enforcing the front. In the front right now, that's just a mock-up. I'm not settled on it. That's a 50-inch. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce that size and shrink it to a 37 that'll fit inside the hoop going across the bumper. And then you have your 4 3-inch pods. Those will run in dual beam. They'll run in white or they'll run in amber. Each pod setup is 10,000 lumens a piece, so they're 5,000 a piece. That's more than sufficient. On the inside of that, I'll have two 4.5s that are in amber. That will take care of my lighting solution. In the back, I'm just gonna run some simple, as we look right here, here's the camper. So, here's the third brake light. Next to the third brake light, I'm gonna run two amber chase lights. And that's the extent of my lighting. So, I hope you like where this guy's going. I hope you understand that I'm building this guy to be a monster. It's gonna be a trail monster. That covers just about everything for now. Basically what I wanted to do is I just wanted to get you guys informed and understand where we're at with the channel, that it's going to be stuff that you enjoy watching, I assure you that. And you're gonna finally get to see how a Raptor can be just as successful and probably more successful than a lot of the platforms out there in the overlanding genre. And you know, with me and my background, I'm willing to not only go overlanding with this dude, but I'm willing to go across everything as well. So I'm really excited to see what it has to offer, right? Because we don't know. You don't know, I don't know. I've never seen one actually physically on a trail. There's a few that I've heard of, and I've seen some people that do it, but most of the stuff I see them doing is not what we're doing. So, with that being said, remember, last week we launched a Patreon, so if you guys are into that thing, that would be nice. It helps me get all the supplies I use to take care of these projects. Building materials, sanding discs, cutting discs, paint, primer, etc. That's what I do with it in the channel. So if you go to www.patreon.com/MaximumOverland, one word, you'll see our channel and kind of how the setup is. But I appreciate you following me, and I appreciate you sticking with me through the transition of this new platform. I assure you, I can't say it enough, we're gonna do some really, badass things with this dude on the trail. Across the country, here locally, so again, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, and if you like this video, put a thumbs up. See you next time.